Hi Aquarius, this is Jess with your July 1st, 2019 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Aquarius, this... Okay, so you guys are coming out of a pretty strong position weeks prior. Last week, I thought it was a difficult week for you guys. At least that's what I read. But it looks like some of you probably kind of got your footing, moved on. If there was any car trouble, you kind of took care of that. So that's good. You kind of got stable. And I feel some of you are really trying to start a new journey, start something completely new. You're doing your research, your due diligence, so that you can kind of possibly build a new way of making money for some of you. You may have completed one part of a project. If you do project-based, if you have a project-based business or you work on projects, you may have completed one and it's now time for you to kind of move on to the next. Some of you, if you have a commission-based business or you have your own business, you may be doing really well for yourself at this particular time. Some of you may have just recently joined a new company after there's been a lot of extensive background checks and processes that you had to deal with, and now you're finally being called to start on that job. So congratulations. And some of you are leaving a long-standing career and moving on to something else, and you're looking back and saying, wow, I remember when I first came here. So you're very reminiscent in terms of like leaving something behind that you put a lot of energy and effort, and you've seen it develop. Like you've mastered this. You're well versed in whatever your past career is, your past job was, and it's now time to move on to bigger and better things. I feel that some of you are waiting on an offer. You're waiting on an offer, and some of you are waiting to send out a message as well, I feel. Some of you are very decisive. You are worrying and stressing because you don't want to make any foolish moves. You don't want to take the wrong turn. And I feel like you're being quite manipulating too, especially if you're, I think all of you are to some extent. I'm not saying all of you, those of you that can relate to this. It goes both ways, men and women. Once again, Aquarius, there's suits with I'm noticing now, since I think Scorpio reading, I've noticed that there's suits in every spread here. You guys have the Queen and King of Swords. So I feel like you're trying to start something new. You're manifesting new things, but Aquarius women, you may not be in the best place. You may be coming from a negative place and you're trying to get something that you feel you deserve, and you're going to get something out of it. Like you feel like, hey, I'm going to get something out of this situation. I'm not going to leave without getting what I deserve. And it may come across cold and callous. So be careful with that. You may be hurting people's egos this week, feelings this week. And your challenge is to, don't get offended by gossip or naysayers or negative talk. Okay, it may be all around you, because those same negative people are going to congratulate you later. Those same people that talked against you will talk you up later. Those same people who perhaps you didn't give a chance to in the past, or you never, they probably wanted to be your friend. They wanted to impart something. They wanted to approach you in a positive way. They wanted to give you something positive. They wanted something out of the relationship positively. And you gave them no time of day, or someone did this to you, that will change. Okay. It's just not happening this week. So try not to allow the negativity, either, again, what you're hearing around you, what's going on around you, or just writing someone off. Try not to let that affect you too negatively. Okay. The benefit here is you letting a situation go. You really are. Some of you are just letting a situation go. You're not going to fight anymore. You're not putting any work into it. And you're going to allow yourself to kind of get over anything that you've been disappointed by that. And that's going to be your benefit, because I'm really getting resentment, bitterness, especially from Aquarius women, but it's with Aquarius men too. They're just going about it differently. They're not letting They're not letting. They're not letting it affect them internally as much as Aquarius women are. They're being a lot more cerebral, and they're probably hurting people because they're hurt, and they're taking this I don't care type of approach, or very cut and dry. Like, I don't care. I'm not really taking into account your feelings, because if I do that, then I'm going to have to take on some emotions here, and I'm not planning to do that. So, good luck if you're thinking that you're going to get under the skin of a Aquarius man this week, because that's probably not going to happen. He's pretty much like a Teflon Don right now. And Aquarius man, you're trying to decide if you're going to reach out, if you're going to go ahead with a situation. The advice here for some of you is to, again, be positive and to keep going, even if you don't feel confident, even if you don't feel like you can trust it, even if you don't feel like you have the strength. You've got to kind of move forward. And again, like I told Capricorn, it's kind of bittersweet because you don't necessarily want to. But the best thing for you to do is to kind of move on if it's time to. And that goes back to that career sector, or anything that you've put time and energy into and you've mastered and you've completed it. It's a benefit to let that go. And it is a benefit to embrace the new chapter, because some of you have this new chapter that you're going on. Some cycle is closing by week's end, going into next week. And I feel that some of you will be trying to strategically leave a situation. So you may take the coward's way out. You know that the situation, you can't take it with you. There's nothing left between you and someone. And you may not have that talk in the week of the 1st of July. You may not have that talk in the month of July, but you're strategically moving your way away from a situation, and you're moving yourself toward something that's more desirable, something that's more in alignment with what you want. Now, when it comes to love, your challenge is to stop cheating. Stop cheating and be satisfied with what you got. And don't feel like, well, I just need more. Some of you are just blatantly cheating. I mean, it's almost like you have to ask, like, Aquarius, do some of y'all have a problem? Is there, no, I'm not even joking. Like, is there a problem with you? Are you just really scared of commitment? Because some of you, you're definitely fearful, frightened of commitment. And you do these things, again, to level the playing field, because you don't want to put too much time and energy into one person, because then that means that, well, the next step, there's expectations there, whether I'm going to want them or they will want them. And you may have been hurt in the past. You may have put a lot of time and energy before, only to be disappointed. So now you're playing chess. Okay. But maybe with the wrong people. Maybe you're not being honest with a particular person, because some of you, there's like an opportunity to develop a love relationship with someone, but you're so guarded and cold toward this person. I feel like they crave more than what you're offering. Okay. And this is for you, Moon in Aquarius too. If you have a Moon in Aquarius, if you have a Venus in Aquarius, or if you're an Aquarius, it's very difficult for this person to connect with you, because they deal off of emotion, deep emotion, and they need that from you. And you're not giving them that. You're not talking to them right now, or your communication is very controlled, and you're thinking about sending a message to them. Some of you could have cut someone off and they are devastated. They feel like a fool. They feel like they were a fool to trust you. They feel like they were a fool to believe. It's almost like the tables have turned. So someone probably now wants you that may have not wanted you in the past, or they may have been on the fence, or they may have felt like they had more of a handle on your relationship. And somewhere down the line, they fell for you. And now you're becoming a bit cold, or you're becoming a bit distant, and you are not really sure about taking this leap with this person, and it's stressing them out. But it could be you as well. So go vice versa. I feel that some of you Aquarius women and the women in the lives of Aquarius men may have felt like you've been played by someone. They were only out for what they can get, and you may see this person as someone who's always just only out for what they can get. Again, it's very strong that the message is saying some of you did not expect this breakup to affect you the way that it's affecting you, especially if you're an Aquarius woman. You're going through it. I have to say, you're going through it, and it's making you bitter. It's like you may be saying, well, I don't feel better, I'm fine, like I don't, but it's in the foundation, it's in the core of you, it's what you're not even really realizing. It's making you bitter, it's making you resentful, which can it could be quite damaging for you when love comes around again. So kind of be conscious of that. I don't see you guys working on the situation, this long-term, long-standing, forever kind of love that may be shattered at this point, and some of you are not sure if you ever wanted it, if you want it from this person, or if it can ever happen together. Okay, so there's a lot of emotions going on here, a lot. And I do feel like this cycle kind of closes by week's end. There's a closing of a cycle. And I feel that some of you may catch this person, like, you guys aren't together anymore, but through social media, some way that you have a connection with this person, you could be out. You may kind of notice that, oh, they've moved on already. Oh, so you've already moved on? Like that type of thing. This person could have already moved on to another person. And I feel that some of you will be questioning if this person ever loved you to begin with. Like there's some of that going on. This person may seem extremely happy. Some of you may realize that you were put into a third party situation. And now it's like you broke up with them and told them, okay, you want to be with this person, you're in your relationship, be with the person that you're with. And now it's like this person is happy, more happier than they ever been. And so you're just confused that, like, wait a minute. So, okay, as soon as I ended this chapter with you, or I closed the door, you ran back to this person, or now you're so happy in your relationship. So it's that type of thing where someone literally just moves right along. By the end of the week, going into next week, they just move right along into something completely new. And it's almost as if what you guys had never happened. Just like that. It's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah. Now, if you're single, okay, you may not be completely ready to date. Your challenge is going to be for you to not attract liars and cheaters and people who have ill intentions when it comes to traditional forms of relationship. It also may be a challenge for you to connect with people organically as well. And again, that goes back to, still sifting through old feelings with someone that has left a bit of a sting on you. So that would be difficult. If you're an Aquarius man, I would say be honest, and some of you will be, but only strategically, right? So you'll lie by omission. You didn't ask me if I was married, so I didn't mention it. But you did ask me if I had kids, and I said, yeah, I have several kids, but you never asked, am I married? And I never wear a ring. I've never worn a ring. Like, you'll have an answer, and you'll be able to honestly say, I've been honest, but I just didn't offer up any information, and you never asked, that type of thing. So Aquarius men are pretty dangerous right now because they're very strategic. Aquarius women are kind of going through because now they really realize that this person affected them more than they thought. And now it's literally sifting through that emotion. And by the end of the week, for some of you Aquarius women, be careful because you could easily now attract someone that's going to take you through that same process. Okay, you need time. You're coming up as the Queen of Swords reverse. You definitely need time to right yourself and to heal from the situation. And that's a benefit, not being guarded or not being so defiant and not trying to work on anything, not trying to build anything with anyone. That allows your heart to heal. That is what is in your benefit position. So probably just, casually dating someone or, allowing someone to kind of help you restore your faith again. Fine. I feel like it would be a huge task to take on because it's something that looks like you may have to endure on your own for the sheer fact that you just may hurt someone in the process. So for you guys, rebounding is very dangerous right now because someone can literally be shattered by you if you were to engage. Okay. And so in the extended, because this person, for some of you, someone comes back and there may be an opportunity to kind of work things out. But see, with this thing of this person coming back, someone has the upper hand here, right? So they already know how you're going to respond. They already know what they can get from you. They already know where you stand. So it's kind of like they don't have to really work so much. It's kind of like a guarantee. So someone can definitely come back into your life, and in promising you quite a bit of things, especially if they're someone who may do okay for themselves. They may be progressive in their life to some extent. They may travel, that sort of thing. This could be someone new, like someone new comes into your workplace, into your neighborhood. You meet them just along the way. So there is someone coming in by next week. I do see that. So we'll take a look at that and see if this has some good legs, because there's an end that does happen, and there's a strategically moving away, and then there's a starting of something else. So this can be starting of what is happening here between the two of you after there has been a time of not speaking. Someone's definitely reaching out, and they will be communicating. So how's that all going to work out and bode well for you guys in the extended? We'll look at that. Click that link below. How they feel. What are they challenged by? What's really going on with them? Because someone is really playing still face, like they're not showing their cards at all. And so we'll look into how they truly feel about you, what their challenges are, what are they regretting the most when it comes to you, their actions, and how's that going to work out with their actions, what will that result into, and ultimately how's things going to work out between the two of you down the line past this week. So if you're interested in that, click that link below. I would love to hear from you guys. So if you'd like to share, please do so in the comment section below. If you would like something personal with me, I could be reaching the beginning and end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aquarius.